And we're back with our round 6 feature match, right?
Well, round 7.
7, thank you. With Oliver Matis playing his pure Draco deck.
And we have Peter Heine with a really interesting deck with PA, PK Fire.
I think
Phantom Knights.
interesting for this matchup is that Peter Heine with his Burning Abyss Phantom Knight deck is still unbeaten with just a draw. And Oliver has 1 lose so far, so it will be for sure, I think, interesting. So let's go to the players.
Yeah, it's always like every CCG stream we are doing, we have one BA player kind of getting through all of the hassle and going strong.
It has to be always this one BA
Yeah, there's
player.
one BA player, just this deck will never end. It's always back, always up par. So let's see how the matchup will go. Let's see if he has any interesting choices in the main deck. Oh yeah, interesting. Interesting formatting here. But yeah, okay.
I mean, it's actually difficult to say that there's something interesting because the deck itself is really interesting.
Yeah, because we don't see it that much often on the top tables anymore.
I mean, if you have a look on it, it could have been played a year ago. If you take Ash Blossom away, that could
It would be like the
this
same
around.
build.
Exactly, yeah.
There's
Since
like
a
no
year or something
changes,
like that.
but like yeah, Link summoning is kind of stopping BA from going off that much. So I'm curious to see what kind of boards he can create there. He is playing a few Link monsters, so let's see what he's going to get out in this game.
On the other side, Oliver's deck seems kind of straightforward. He's not decided to not playing Dimensional Barrier in the main deck, which is kind of popular this weekend. But he's playing the Solemn Strike and Solemn Warning package, which should be alright also in this matchup.
Peter Heine is actually prepared for True Draco partially. He's playing Dark Hole and Raigeki, both in the main deck, running triple Twin Twisters, which is usually pretty common because you can trigger all the BAs from discarding them. Maybe, yeah, kind of bad card in the main deck is Dimensional Barrier against this deck. Definitely a contender to get side out in the second or third game against this matchup.
Well, so we're not sure on what we're waiting
I
there.
think they wait for the judge to let this round start.
Well, so far I think Oliver is the first pure Draco that we have in the stream. I think it's actually pretty cool. I think it's besides Pendulum the most played deck from this weekend with around 30 or 40 players. But yeah, we'll see. Pretty sure he wasn't expecting to play against Burning Abyss this weekend.
I'm not sure if he knows what he's into now, that he's going to play against BA. Maybe he will be surprised now as well.
Okay, so dinosaur is over, and I think we're going to start with Peter.
Still debating who wants. Like,
Okay, so Peter starting with Tour Guide.
Good one-off to have in his starting hand. He's going for the Rhino, presumably detaching it to get another BA on the field, kind of for free. It's one of the few cards which lets you... oh no, he's keeping it under it to have maybe something during his opponent's turn.
Oh, and he mills Graf, Skarm, and Fogblade.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I just wanted to say that the Rhino is usually a good, like one of the few cards which lets you mill controlled. But I think he does not even need it.
Not needed in this case.
No, maybe he's ripping all those mills the entire day. So I'm just curious, what is he going to do now from here on? Like what other plays to do with Burning Abyss? Maybe summoning a Beatrice, but yeah.
So he's just passing with Sir and Dante. Okay, so it's Oliver's turn, who starts off with a Pot of Duality.
Okay. I think Galaxy Cyclone is not a great option right now.
Not with any without any back row, so he takes Apocalypse. So he has double diagram. Okay, so he uses the first one,
Yeah.
setting.
The traps are like they're still triggering all the BA monsters when they destroy them. At least you get part of the problem, but not the entire
Yeah.
like monster. You're not always getting out of it.
So he gets the Heritage, probably using the Apocalypse at this point.
So he will destroy the Dante, which will trigger together with the Rhino. What would you mill with Rhino here? Usually in BA.
Probably, I think a Skarm would be alright. I'm not sure if he's playing a Kagna with the ritual spell, but yeah, it's Skarm.
No. He's playing 2 Calcap. If you want to go a little bit more out of the box in the Burning Abyss range, in the product range of Burning Abyss.
Well, I mean, I think, yeah, next to Skarm, he wouldn't have like anything that would do something.
Yeah, there's nothing on the field.
Barbar is a little bit early.
Yeah, Farfa has no legitimate targets. And we're getting the Majesty Maiden on the field.
Okay, so he's using another diagram. Potentially, okay. Destroying some from his hand, the Waterfall to get another Heritage, I guess, to get the double draw.
No, he's opting to go for Apocalypse.
Interesting.
Is it the second one?
Yeah. He has already one in Grave.
Yeah, I presume he wants to search the Masterpiece during his opponent's turn, because BA are all over monster effects, so they need to activate something, and she will trigger on it. Not on the Battle Destruction, though, because it's in the damage step.
It's still alright with Warnings, Guild Ring, and Apocalypse. He's in a pretty good spot. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so there's the Raigeki. Not sure. I mean, it's helpful because, yeah, in the short term, but not sure if it works in the long term. So he has in hand a Kalka, a trap card, I guess, and 3 monsters and the Raigeki. So I'm not sure how much he's going to do at this point.
How many continuous spell and traps does his opponent has set now? Because he could start now like bouncing cards. He can also just force the tribute summon. Oh, a warning on Beatrice. Now my question, does Beatrice trigger when she's getting warning to get out?
She does, yeah.
The Fusion Dante? Is he playing it? Yes, he's playing 1 copy of it. Why not? It's a really good card. It's kind of like almost like the Masterpiece equivalent for BA.
Okay. Yeah, so he's going to use Kalkap and Beatrice. Probably should announce the targets.
So does he have the Raigeki in his hand? So he is always able to just Raigeki off the Masterpiece from the field when he's, when he wants to.
Exactly. So Oliver isn't in a great spot, but still, as the Dante is in the extra deck zone, there is not much follow-up plays possible for Peter at this point.
He can go into the battle phase trying to force the tribute summon of of the masterpiece and get rid of it turn 2. Now he wants to bounce the one of the back row. Does Calcup need the card to be face down to resolve properly? Like to bounce it, or does it stay on the field? I'm not quite sure if he needs to bounce the target or it just regularly just bounces it all. I think it needs to stay face down to give it back to the hand.
Okay. I think it doesn't matter at this point. Okay, so yeah, he can't use the Apocalypse on Pilgrim because you can't target Pilgrim.
Yeah, he is Leo, kind of like a Leo. It's its own boss monster. So now the only problem is he has 50 attack less, I think.
150.
150 is 2/8, I think.
Exactly.
So he cannot attack over the masterpiece, but he can always just Raigeki it if he wants to. And yeah, masterpiece cannot destroy the Dante because he cannot be targeted.
Okay, so he discards as a cost.
Is it like discard a BA and draw a card?
Exactly, yeah. So he still has to discard as a cost first. Yeah. He's going to read it.
Interesting how BA is really able to get some control against True Draco. We see now a skill drain which won't help that much.
I think it's alright because like this, it's kind of difficult to get Dante out of the extra deck zone. I mean, he's discarding now basically the Sir without, like, he can splash something with Sir back, but he won't get the draw. And to getting it out of the extra deck zone, Dante, he basically needs to discard Farfa in order to banish itself, because it only states that your opponent can target the card. So you're banishing your own Dante, and it's getting back to the main deck zone.
Yeah, main monsters
main
like
monsters
Omega is doing it
exactly,
when he
yeah.
comes back. Masterpiece is unaffected by traps, so he's unaffected by the skill drain, so he would be able now to target the Pilgrim Dante to...
Let's see if Oliver, yeah. I think he's thinking about training it, which is correct.
Yeah,
Okay, he decides
he
to not
decides
use
not
it.
to use it. So now he's himself under skill drain. I don't know why he did not chain it, because now I think the Dante should be targetable.
Exactly, yeah.
And I don't think that floats again.
Yeah, and now I think he's going to
Now the
splash
skill drain is helping him because all the BA won't die, although he still has just only BA monsters on the field. But now he's going to get in some damage. And
should be already enough, actually.
does Oliver has any cards in hand
No.
left?
And that's game.
That's game. Wow. BA coming in hot again in round 1. So yeah, there we see the good main deck choices of Raigeki and Dark Hole against this matchup. Good, let's go into game 2 and let's see what they can side deck. So on the side of Peter Heine we have a Kaiju engine with 3 Kaijus and an Interrupted Slumber. We have triple Jinzo, Vanity's Fiends, Anti-Spell Fragrance. I think all of them are like not that great. Like Anti-Spell is okay. Vanity's Fiend, I don't think that True Draco is special summoning that much. And Jinzo might be interesting, but I think it's too slow.
Probably not that great of a choice. I think the Kaiju engine,
the Kaiju
will
engine.
get in for
Presumably
sure.
he will go second now because I think the True Draco player wants to establish a board where Peter Heine can't play through.
Not
Although
of this idea,
yeah,
actually, because the spell and trap cards of the Draco are the best when they have the opportunity to get advantage for the Draco player. So in this case, I'm pretty sure that Oliver, we were actually on the same car to getting here.
Yeah.
We discussed that a little bit for Draco, and we didn't see any reason to go first with the deck normally. Maybe against Pendulum.
That would be interesting when Peter Heine is going to anticipate that insight in the Anti-Spell Fragrance to slow down his opponent.
Would be interesting, yeah.
I don't know how he feels now against this matchup. So what does his opponent has as side deck options?
So Oliver is playing 3 Ash Blossoms, probably not going to side them in because they're not that great.
I presume he's playing already triple Card of Demise in the main deck. This is why he's siding them.
The Safian could get in, but probably also not. The Barriers for sure. Card is really good. Just to call Xyz is always hard for BA. I mean, the monsters, they stay on the field, but if it's not like Graf, Sir, or Skarm, they won't do that much. A Calcup could be handy, but on the field it isn't a threat at all.
Yeah, it's just another BA monster.
So yeah, could actually be interesting. How many cards is Peter playing?
Let me see. I think it's a little bit more. It's like 44? 44 cards in the main deck. He's playing a little bit more than 40. I think it's because also he's playing Pot of Desires, and he wants to minimize the chances banishing a lot of his one-off Burning Abyss monsters, because a lot of them are limited, and it's kind of crucial to have a few of them in the main deck still left. So I think it's a good choice to think about that. And he's playing triple Allure of Darkness, which is speed, giving the deck more speed, anyways. So, BA always successful here on his CCG streams. Interesting.
Okay, so
So
Peter's going to pile
for
shuffle.
both decks, just control of all the decks today. So I think Oliver said he wants to go first. I think he was moving the hand to him, um, starting with like 3 monsters in hand.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting that he's going first.
Does he have a Maxi in his hand, or what is the other one?
I think another matches his maiden.
Ooh, that's not correct. Ooh, Twin Twister as well.
I mean, it doesn't look horrible.
Twin Twister is pretty
for-
interesting in BA, because usually even when he has the traps and you're shooting, destroying them, usually you're just triggering your BAs anyways when he destroys them, so you're not that afraid of it. Sometimes you can always also just do it preemptively, just discard it, destroy everything he has left, and go on from there. Oh wow, he has Graph in his hand and an Ash Blossom for the search,
So
which is getting
so he destroys
struck down.
Warning and Strike. It's kind of huge. So he's getting the Phantom Boots, I guess. That's the name of the card, or
So
Silent Boots. Yeah.
So he did not use the strike on the Ash Blossom.
Yeah, that's actually interesting.
Yeah, so he let it go through to not get the search.
But I mean, you saw how he was shaking his head, so probably he was in his head already at the point that he gave up on this game, actually.
Mhm.
Especially now with just a maiden in hand.
So 2 draws, another Ash Blossom, which is really good against True Draco, or even more draws. Oh, anti-spell fragrance as well. Wow. He's banishing Silent Boots, I think.
Mhm.
Wow.
It's now getting, I think, slowly a little bit difficult how I can't see a real way how
Now,
Oliver gets back into this game.
yeah, the only thing I'm kind of concerned is, what did he banish? Did he banish a lot of resources, or does he have all of them left?
The question is if it's even necessary. I mean,
Oh.
okay.
Wow, those mills are incredible. Farfa, Skarm, and Sir. That is like perfect. This is like
Unbelievable.
this is amazing. Getting a free special summon, getting the removal of Majesty Maiden, and getting the search in the end phase. That's
Well,
incredible.
I think you won't banish Maiden at this point because you can't just run over it. Otherwise, it's still on the field. and
But
could be a
I think it's
potential
not
threat.
considered tribute summoned anymore, which
Um,
is interesting. Then I think when it's banished, is it still tribute summoned?
Pretty sure,
I'm-
yeah, it is.
I'm not sure about this ruling.
But even then, it's still like the free monster that you can use for tribute summon of another monster. So, yeah. So he's
So
going
he's
to attack it.
attacking over it, and his opponent is left with, I will say, like 1 card, because he still has the Ash Blossom to stop any draw cards, to do anything, any search cards. So I think he just only has 1 card left to work with. I think we won't see any Beatrice getting summoned here. I think he will just sit down on his monsters.
He doesn't have any BA monsters left in hand.
Ah, okay.
I think it's anti-spell, a spell
Yeah,
card.
yeah, of course we have the anti-spell as well as another stopper. So wow. um.
Unbelievable at this point.
Yeah.
He's searching tour guide.
Of course, more advantage is always good. So his opponent draws and gets anti-spell, and I think
Okay, so he sets one card face down.
it might be a trap or a spell, because I think the other one was the Majesty Maiden.
Exactly, yeah.
So he will be able to tribute summon it, but I don't know how much he can do with it. So it's one of the traps which will trigger any of the free monsters. Does he even want to activate? I think so. He will do it.
Let's go for Dante. I mean, it's alright.
What did he has a material Farfa or Kalkap?
I think Liebig, yeah.
Alibek.
So nothing too helpful.
So he's going to run over the graph. Does he have any B8s left in the deck?
So did he choose to not use Maiden? Okay, yeah, I think he forgot it.
You mean on Dante's effect?
Exactly.
Yeah, he could have done it.
I mean,
Would it matter at this point?
it's always possible that it could matter.
It's always good to have
But
free
I
cards.
think Oliver's already, yeah, he doesn't see that much chance to win this game. I think that's a little bit the problem now. It's always difficult when you're in such a position, because there's normally not a way to getting back, but you have to just like try to get the opportunity to get lucky
Yeah.
and getting a way back.
So he's contemplating how to do it. Dante's getting kinda scary now because his deck is really thin. A milling is gonna be a little bit difficult. So, but he's still going for the Dante.
Yeah, I think that's correct. He's going to pressure.
And the Fogblade as well. Does he has any PKs left? I think he banished both of them already for their effects.
I think so, yeah. So, yeah, he's going to summon the tour guide to put enough pressure that he has next turn game when he can attack.
Yeah, he will have
Freeman
only
once.
one card left, still an Ash in his hand, still the anti-spell fragrance on the field.
So, okay, so he used the Farf effect,
He's banishing it.
and
Does he has... he still has the tour guide.
so he probably is going to summon Barbar, attacking with everything for
He's
5.
special summoning now from the hand.
Okay, so he's going to attack with everything, I guess. Going into Decode Talker if he's playing it.
He's playing Decode Toka, I think. Let me see. Yes, he's playing Decode Toka and Proxy Dragon as his link monsters.
So he could go into Decode Talker. Sir is summoning back Graph. Graph is special summoning Barbar, and that would be game. But it's possible that he banished the Barbar with the
Pot of Desires. I think he's calculating now. When he's calculating, it might be that he still has his Barbar left in his deck. He's also only playing once, so it might be banished. There will be no other copies to use for that, so...
Material number.
So what are they discussing about Majesty Maiden here?
If it's still treated as tribute summon, I guess.
The same questions that we had.
So yeah.
He just goes to the end phase and lets him discard on the field.
think you... I'm not sure if I like that. Probably would have attacked the Sir.
To first get him resources from the graveyard.
Yeah, and the monster would be destroyed because of Tour Guide
Yeah.
immediately. So...
So he's using again Dante with like 5-6 cards left in the deck. He wants to chain Majesty Maiden, which is getting Ash Blossomed.
Mhm.
So I think they it's still counted as a tribute summoned monster then.
Yeah. Okay. So he has, yeah. So he's known some Kalka. Going to
Now he's going to link summon.
for Deco Talker, Sir getting back Graph, Kalka bouncing the face down card, and that should be game. If he sees the play.
He's checking out how to build the chain links. There won't be any strikes coming anymore. It's 900 life points left. So if even it's a Pot of Duality set. Okay, it's not getting destroyed. It's about getting bounced to the hand. Yes. He goes for Dante.
It's still alright. I mean, Deco Talker has 2,800 at this point.
And just still a game.
Not sure what Peter's checking now. Oh, he probably
Maybe
wants to go
looking for more raw power.
into, so
Oh,
he goes
wow.
into Beatrice. Not sure if it's necessary, but
But yeah,
should be game.
style points sometimes.
And that's it. So Peter Heine takes a pretty quick
Uh,
2-0 over Oliver Mattis,
Another surprising BA victory that we have featured here on the stream.
and he's still undefeated.
Unbelievable. He's just with a draw still going on. Like that's crazy. The mills were amazing, I have to say. The mills were really amazing. So,
So
what do we have to say about that? A lot of people wrote here